Even though coasts make up just 10% of Earth's land area, nearly half of the global population lives within 100 kilometers of the sea. Drawn by the advantages afforded by resources, employment opportunities and recreational activities, the number of people settling on the coasts has increased over the past 50 years at a rate faster than inland areas. Such increases in coastal populations have come with pollution, damaging land use changes, and overfishing, that alter ecosystems and diminish the appealing lifestyle and livelihood afforded by coastal living. Not only has land use changed, but so has farming itself. In many parts of the world, increased yields will primarily come from existing agricultural land. For example, wheat yields are projected to increase 11% by the year 2026, despite the growing area only increasing by 1.8%. Rice production exhibits a similar trend, with 93% of the projected increase expected to come from increased yields rather than from area expansion. In some cases, intensive farming practices can degrade soil more than 100 times faster than it takes for new soil to form, leaving fertilizers to pick up the slack. One of the most dramatic changes is the nearly 8-fold increase in the use of nitrogen-based fertilizers since the early 1960s. These fertilizers are having serious downstream effects on aquatic ecosystems, in some cases creating dead zones such as the one in the Gulf of Mexico. In addition to the negative impacts, the simple act of feeding ourselves also accounts for 1/3 of our global greenhouse gas footprint. Things are heating up. The past half-decade is likely to become the warmest 5-year stretch in recorded history, underscoring the rapid pace of climate change. On a global scale, even a small increase in temperature can have a big impact on climate and our ecosystems. For example, air can hold approximately 7% more moisture for every 1 degree centigrade increase, leading to an uptick in extreme rainfall events. These events can trigger landslides, increase the rate of soil erosion, and damage crops. For the billions of people who live in drylands, climate change is serving up a completely different scenario. This is particularly worrying, as 90% of people in these arid or semi-arid regions live in developing economies that are still very reliant on agriculture. Heat waves are predicted to increase in frequency, intensity and duration in most parts of the world. Drought frequency and intensity is also predicted to increase in some regions that are already drought-prone. In addition to water scarcity, the IPCC has identified a number of other categories, including soil erosion and permafrost degradation. In all categories, our current global temperature puts us firmly in the moderate to high risk zone. These risks predict events with widespread social impact, such as regional food shocks and millions of additional people exposed to wildfires. The IPCC makes one thing clear: in addition to tackling emissions in our cities and transportation networks, we will need to substantially change the way we use our land, and rethink our entire agricultural system, if we are serious about mitigating the impact of climate change.